Let's fucking go. Let us get going. Put an hour on the clock. 1 hour. How's everyone doing today? We need to finish this movement level. So, how I see it, more confined space. The goal is now to not avoid the walls. Well, you're still avoiding walls. But the goal is to like move in between the walls. Okay? We are navigating through space, going faster and faster to get to our destination. That's the goal. So let's work on it. Let's make it look pretty. Let's polish it up. Let's improve that gameplay. So we have a confined space. Space is moving. The walls are it's less walls and it's more openings. And then every time you go through an opening, it's going to speed up faster and faster and faster. Still need to load up Unity. Everything crashed. I lost power yesterday, so all of my open tabs are all gone. But I don't think I'm pretty good at saving my work. I just don't close things down. So hopefully nothing is lost. Still feels like there's a ton of stuff to do. But we will get there. Hey, thanks for the follow, Muniz. I'm hanging out in his chats on another stream. Sorry, another monitor, so. Okay, I kind of like how this looks. We probably don't need to have all these things. What is that? Oh yeah, I still have. Moon is. I'll put them on mute so I don't have to hear. Am I visible? Every time my camera always gets a little bit, it loses its focus. Another banger of a playlist. My Tuesday playlist is great. All right, we are back from break. Thank you for hanging out.
says, "See, I'm here when you're here, buddy."
I'm just messing with you. I appreciate it, though. Thank you, thank you. You're a good man. You're a good man. You're a good man. How you doing? Unique Coder, you're usually lurking. Look at you. You're usually just lurking and not chatting with me. I feel like you're bored of my Unity, my 2D Unity project. You probably want to see me do some other cool shit. But you know what? I appreciate the lurking because the lurking gets the viewer count up, which potentially gets me in front of more people. So just like getting above the 1 viewer mark, if I have 2 or 3, like that kind of goes a long way. Unfortunately. That Nifty is nice upcoming. Oh, I'm not even streaming my. Sorry, I'm not even screaming my. My screen here. That Nifty is nice upcoming streamer. I think he will hit more viewers fast. Who are you talking about? That Nifty. Moon is? Some new streamer doing a game jam. I see. I could raid him at the end of this, depending on how many folks we have. Well, I should just raid anyways, no matter what, even if I have 1 viewer. I think you lurkers enjoy the raiding. You finished already? Okay. Why isn't Unity showing? There we go. He's not online. I mean, it's fun to see. I mean, all I want is it's fun to see like streamers kind of blow up. I always question what did they got that I don't got, but it's okay. Okay, so what am I doing? I want to get, like, I really don't want. I'm just gonna play around with this for now, get it looking nice, and then we'll hide it behind code. I think let's play around with some colors. Probably more on the white side. Like that. Yeah, that looks good. So what I'm doing is like I kind of got into, so the movement level, I'm going to change it up to be a little bit smaller, confined space. And the goal is to move between, like, I don't know, portals or gates or whatever that you're kind of navigating through, as opposed to avoiding walls. Like, walls in space doesn't really make sense, but it makes sense to like navigate into, like, I don't know, wormhole gates or whatever, something to speed you up. So that's sort of the point here, and so I'm just adding a little bit of like some design to indicate speed. Ignore the big word in front of it. Okay. And then I have a bunch of these that I feel like I don't know. The easy way is to just keep it in here. I feel like I could just build it randomly when the level starts. But we have I don't have. Each one of these has. A movement script. What I can do is, I'm trying to think how I want to handle this. What I can probably do is, like, I have a parent. I'll create I'll create a controller. So, Ameripon and Unity Coder, you guys watch a lot of streams. What are things that I can do to improve my stream that would get more eyeballs looking at my stream? What do you guys think? Bikini growth hits. Fuck. Well. I don't feel like that's something I could do. I mean, I could wear a bikini. I'm gonna need a lot more money though to debase myself in that way. I don't know if I could do that. That I could do though. For me, current timing is not perfect. The time work here is finished. Also, your longer stream got much more viewers and raids. Yeah, I think that's the bigger thing is I probably just have to stream longer. And the question is like, how do I do that? How do I do that in a way that doesn't interfere with like actual work? Right? That I don't know. Like that means I got to do like I got to think through like an actual schedule a little bit more deeply to see like, okay, if I do like, let's say 8 to 10, like 2 hours or 3 hours, where do I fit in the work stuff? Or do I do like more evening streams, right? Maybe start like 3 p.m. to like 5, 6 p.m., something like that. It gives me a little bit more flexibility after work. But then I also lose you guys because that time, I don't know if that time works for my current audience. So that's like the hard decision that I have to make somewhere. I mean, I can maybe do earlier, just get started earlier and go a little bit longer. But the raids are the important thing. And so I feel like I almost have to like pop on when like people like Nurkmind and Foolbox and all of these folks go offline. That's how it helped in my long streams. I think Foolbox like raided me with like 30 or 40 people or something like that, which is wild. Maybe in February I will sit down and I will think about, well, there's a couple of things. Like one, I will definitely do a longer, when we launch the game, probably at the end of February, I'm going to take a day off and we're going to do like a big celebration stream. And it'll be a longer stream, so that should be fun. But I'll think about how I can actually fit in longer streams, especially as we push to actually finish this game. They also have very interactive streams, yeah. So what are the interactions that you actually like? Like what are the things that are fun from that perspective? Because like they have like an overlay with things, but like is that really what keeps people coming in? Like redeems to like add things on screen? The overlay is fun. Okay. I had an idea for some overlay stuff, so maybe that is something that I worked on it a little bit over the Christmas holidays. Oops. I think Captain Coder format is the best streamer experience from my viewpoint as mainly lurker, but will help if they ask chat. My viewpoint as mainly lurker, but will help if they ask chat. Yeah, I've seen Captain Coder off and on. Is he online now? He's not. Rarely now until he gets time again. Captain Coder. What was he doing? What was the thing that you really liked from him? Where is he? I want to see his Captain Coder. What was he doing? He's an educator, master programmer. He has interesting projects. I mean, I think that's what it comes down to, is like having more interesting projects.
Awkward here. We got a big red arrow telling us awkward here.
Yeah, I mean, it could be just like the game that I'm working on is really boring, but I want to get it done. I just want to get it done. And I'm bringing you guys along. on wanting to get it done. So here we are. Level manager dot on level changed, and we're gonna subscribe to handle level changed. Don't need the updates. Don't need that. He's an educator master. I mean, like, yeah, like, I don't feel like I am a master programmer by any stretch of by the imagination. That might just be my own, little voice inside my head about stuff like that. But I got experience, if anything. Level manager, we could probably get rid of these. They're at all different X's and Y's, but I don't think it matters because... Does it matter? Doesn't matter. I don't want them loaded. I want them to be created. We could basically copy this out. And put this one back in here. And then we do create diamond. That's when one is gone. Yeah, then our controller can just create 16 of them. Yeah, I definitely feel like I could probably bring some experience, right? If people had questions for me. Those are always fun. I don't mind talking about that sort of stuff. But I don't know how to... Yeah, I know. I gotta go to the washroom. Let me y'all up with an ad. We'll get that out of the way so that we don't have to worry about it for the rest of the stream. And I'm not going to be doing anything. I'm just going to be in the washroom real quick. Twitch Prime, if you got it, gets rid of ads. And then at the very least, you don't have to listen to ads. You can listen to some cool music. All right, we're back. Thank you for hanging out. I mean, with time, everything is possible, right? Like, I could sit here and complain that, like, oh, there's not a lot of time in the day. That is kind of true. But at the same time, just get it done, right? Like, last night after I went to the gym, that's good. But, you know, spent time with my son, that's good. Put him to bed, wasn't rushing to get out of there. Like, there's always a balance about, like, rushing and, like, making him be independent and not have me, like, in his room to fall asleep. But not rushing, spending time reading some books. But then after that, I decided to watch YouTube videos and scroll YouTube shorts. Not the most productive use of my time, but I was exhausted. But if I really wanted to, I could have worked on the game. I could have worked on the many things that are on my to-do list. I could have read a book, you know, something more intentional with my time, as opposed to just what I often call doom scrolling, right? Watching a YouTube video is not that bad, but when you start to like scroll through shorts, that's when time is kind of like, you're not really getting any real nourishment out of it. Same thing with streams. It took me a while to get online. I went downstairs, and, you know, took a moment to make my coffee. I was also watching YouTube videos. I could be a lot more concise and, again, intentional about, like, let's wake up, do the things we need to do, start the stream, and get it done a little bit early, right? And so I can sit here and complain, oh, there's not a lot of time, but you could always find the time, right? And it's up to me to have that, I don't know, discipline, I guess it is, to get her done. And I think, like, it's one of the things I want to try to improve this year is my discipline for these sort of things. And it's hard. It's hard to build those habits and break down bad habits and build good habits, right? That's always the hard part, but it is possible. And I think, like, the end of last year, we built some good habits, and so I want to build on top of that. And so it's a work in progress. It's always a work in progress. Actually, I do like that. Let's do this. Let's do... Why am I missing a... That's... Create diamonds, islands... like, yes and no, I don't need this. What I'll do is sky diamond prefab dot get component sky movement dot create. Oh, did I make it? I made it private. Make that public. So we will create 16 of them. We will create a private void destroy diamonds and var diamond in sky diamonds destroy diamond. That seems about right. And then else destroy diamonds. let's just see how this looks before I set up the code to run just in that level. Okay, yeah, I think that's good. Okay, that looks good. I could get rid of that. And so what do I want this to look like? Let me take down some notes. So wall scale, I guess the scale doesn't matter so much. Well, it does maybe, right? Like the Y scale. 0.3. Make that 0.3. Y equals 0.3. I don't think the Z matters at all, obviously. Z equals 1. And well, the X is going to be different depending, but let's say 0.75 could be 1. Does it look too small? $3.5. Let's do 3.5. It's like little bits here, and then what we want to do is we are going to create wall manager. Because it has a left wall, we're going to rename this left wall. And that is going to have a max X position. Negative 0.87. And then we'll have a right wall. How does this work? How can I... The pivot point specified in normalized values between 0 and 1. The pivot point is the origin of this rectangle. Rotation and scaling around this point. So if I make it 0, 0, and then I scale the x, but that's still not pivoting where I would expect it to, right? That would be for rotation, perhaps. But that's still not pivoting where I would expect it to. Let me try to figure out the math on this, and I'm going to open up ChatGPT to get that insight. Wow, that was a prompt and a half. I don't think we'll see if I get any response from it. So basically what I want is a left wall, a right wall. Right wall. I want these to be of a differing scales. So if I scale this one down a little bit and scale this one up a little bit, for example, and then what I kind of want is, I'm going to call it, we'll duplicate the left. I'm going to call this portal. I'm going to call it gate, perhaps. And what this will be is, we're going to scale down the Y a little bit. On 5, and then we're going to change the color. right? And the goal is to get through the gates. Use a pivot anchor at the left edge. Right. Yeah, no, the pivot should be this. This indicates the pivot is in the center. Oh, anchors, 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 anchors. Maybe? No? I feel really dumb about this. Okay. Best if you always want the left edge locked at a certain coordinate, set the pivot or anchor on the left edge of the object. In many game engines, e.g. Unity, you can set the pivot to 0, 0.5 for a 2D sprite so that all scaling occurs to the right. If your pivot is at exact left boundary of the object, the left boundary never moves when scaling. Position the wall so that the local x coordinate is 0, or whatever touching the wall, because the pivot is on the left. The object's left side will remain at x equals 0, even as you change the width. Okay, adjust scale freely. No, sorry, what? You can set the pivot to 0.5. And then you're saying if I change the scale, no, it's still, that doesn't seem right. Ah, crap. I need to go take care of something. I'll be right back. Just reminded myself that I needed to take out the recycling. By adjusting the pivot point or using an anchor-based approach depending on whether you're working with a UI element or a sprite in world space. This is a sprite in world space. Sprite renderer, okay. Open the sprite editor. Sprite sort points. How do I open the sprite editor? Next, in the sprite field, click the edit button in the sprite field. There is no edit button. What am I doing wrong? Okay, since Unity's default square sprite does not allow pivot adjustment, you can create a custom one. So I need to create a new sprite. Modify the pivot. It's still not perfect, right? Ah, I see. Hold on a sec. This should be 0. Then we can move the parent like that. And then when we grow this, that. It was working before. Now it's not, which is lovely. Absolute insanity. I am like a lost little puppy. This should be 0. And then when this scales, it should only move, but it doesn't. I see. Instead of just saying the local position is 0.5 explicitly, correct the scale changes using this approach. Steps. Create an empty game object. Make the sprite a child of the game object. Manually position the sprite. If the sprite is a 1x1 square, set the local position to 0.5 to move it outside. If it's a different size, use width divided by 2 instead of 0.5 for a perfect offset. Scale the parent object instead of the sprite. Right, should that be 1? And then position should be 0.5. And then I should set the scale here accordingly. Yeah, okay. Rename right parent. We'll put the right wall inside of there. What happened? Oh. Put the right wall inside of the right parent. And then what? It's the same thing. Is what would it be now for? The same thing, 0.5. We set the scale to 1. We just scale the wall the negative direction, I guess. Or negative 0.5, I guess. If I do negative 0.5. Munis, thank you for the raid, buddy. Appreciate you. Unity Coder, you were here, and now you're there. I don't know what's going on. Right, and that should... Yeah, okay. Something like that. Leaving me for you, Bible Thumb. I know it's... I know. It hurts. It hurts. Well, he was in both places. I think he was cheating on both of us. He was back and forth. Thank you all the raiders that are popping in. I appreciate y'all. I'm working on a typing game. I'm hoping to have this released by the end of February. I can show you kind of briefly, but it's going to be a little bit weird because I'm kind of just working on something right now. I'm working on the movement level, which is... I'm kind of just drawing it out right now before I code it in. But typing game. We got words and sentences, some story elements in here, a meter level, which can be really hard and difficult sometimes, a asteroid level, and then the movement level. Oh, still kind of looks pretty good. I like that. I just added the animations here, but I'm trying to make it a little bit more I'm trying to make the movement level more concise so it's a little bit fun to play, or more fun to play. Yeah, I'm yapping. You subscribe to Primeagen and you don't subscribe to me? That's rude. Or is that a follow emote? I don't know. I'm just joking. Okay, so I think I figured out the values here. Left parent has a position, x position of negative 1.25. And then the y is, can we just do 0.6? Does that make things better? 0.6, 0.6, everything will be 0.6. And then we could make this 0 and 0, just for the sake of our sanity on the child. And then on our right parent empty object, it is going to be 5.8. Just taking down notes and I'm looking down. 0.58. And then y, what do we say y? It's like 0.6, yeah. 0.6. And then our gate. Sometimes gifted. It's all good. It's all good. Sometimes I'm accidentally on the Twitch homepage and random streamer pops up and I gift and I get a gifted sub. That's pretty sweet. I think I got gifted my first, I think I was in Nurkmine's chat and I got gifted a sub, which I thought was pretty cool. Doesn't usually happen to me, but I don't watch a lot of streams, I guess, quite frankly. 0.6. So now here's where the math is going to get a little bit funky because I want to change this positioning, right? And if I add, like, if I want this to be over here, I then have to do the math to figure out how I get that over there. But in general, I like how this looks. I just have to figure out how to do the math. I don't know how to do that. Okay. Bend. How did your stream go, Muniz? I feel like I lost all of your viewers. But how are you doing? Did you get done what you wanted to get done? I'm like in overtime right now. I want to get this done before leaving for sure. Okay, how do I do the math? How do I do the math? Parent object. Okay. Let's see, this is going to be, what is the scale of this? 0.4? Gate scale 0.4 0.0151. That's always going to change. The position of where it's going to be on the x-axis is what's going to change. Okay, let me think hard about this. Lurk. Stream went great. I finished the login workflow. Gotta talk to a colleague now. All good. Thank you for lurking. It does go a long way. Having viewers goes a long way because I think then more people will pop into stream if they see that I have some viewers, which I appreciate. Okay. So we're going to say the opening here, the scale of 0.45. Now, the door will move to a random position between the x values of negative 1.25 and 0.58. So when the door moves, I need to modify the scale values of the left and right walls we just implemented. Huh. I am asking ChatGPT for a little bit of help. So the door will move between 0.25 and, but we might have to play with those values. The door gap is 0.05. The left wall should extend from the leftmost edge to the start of the door. The right wall should extend to the end of the door on the rightmost edge, yes. Okay, I think I got some, like, it's a little bit slow today. A 4.0. Did you have a lot of lurkers in your stream, Mooniz? I guess you're lurking here, so. So left parent, right parent. We're gonna have, let's have a wall controller. I already have a wall controller. I think I'm gonna remove the wall movement script. I have an old wall manager, level manager, wall start, wall end. I'll keep this for now, but it will have to get deleted. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to create a wall controller new. Because I want to kind of start from scratch here. So let's see, serialized fields. We are going to have a private transform left wall parent, right wall parent, and private transform gate. Private, we're gonna want to have a leftmost door center position, rightmost door center position. Maybe. Let me create these just as private. I don't want to serialize them for now. Private float min door x equals negative 1.25 f. Private float max door x, and that's going to be 0. What did I say? 5/8. This is a random number. And then private float door width equals 0.45. Min door x, max door width, and then private float. Let's do left wall start equals negative 1.25, and then private float right wall start. We might want to change where these start, I guess. So maybe we do that and 52. No, and yeah, 52. Right? Yeah. Furthest left position of the left wall, right wall end, furthest position, door position, first the center of the door. The left edge of the door is, the right edge of the door is that. The left wall extends from, okay. And then let's create a, so we're going to create a void private Void. Adjust walls. Ensure the door stays within a valid range. So we're going to do float door X equals mathf.clamp. Sorry, it's gate. Clamp. Gate position X, gate position X. Min door X. Right wall end. If you go left to right. I think it's min door X, max door X. Float gate left edge is gate X. Sorry, this should be gate with min gate X, max gate X. Max gate X. All right, we are over time, everyone. I have to jump. I'm going to pull you all into someone else's stream. Muniz, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. But I got to go. I realize the time is starting to get away from me here, and I got to jump into work. And so we are going to go hang out with our buddy Creative Waste. He has a Kickstarter going right now. I would say go check it out. He seems like a cool dude. Show him some love, all right? Be nice. And I'm here tomorrow, same time, same place. I usually stream for about an hour. And yeah, give me a follow if you'd like to come hang out again with me. But yeah, thank you for the raid. Thank you for hanging out. We didn't quite get done what we wanted to get done, but we will be able to get that done tomorrow. So, all right. I'm out. Peace. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye now.